Well, hello. I'm Chris with the Legacy team, and I am here with Steve McKinzie. And you're here because of the workshop, the live workshop of building the rocking chair this weekend, right?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
That's fantastic. How are you enjoying that so far?
You know, the guys have just been absolutely great, and John is just such an excellent instructor.
Good.
It's been an education, but it's always easier to learn when you're having fun.
Oh, yes.
And it's just been a great experience. I'm really, really happy I came.
What's the biggest thing that you take away from that? The main point you go, I'm really glad I came here because of this point.
Well, we don't use our Legacy 4x8 in a traditional woodworking fashion. We're a sign company.
Okay.
And so it's used for a lot of ACM and PVC and acrylic cutting.
Gotcha.
And you know, I've always had a love from woodworking from junior high school. And I thought, you know, if I've got to spend money on a CNC machine, I'm going to buy one that I think is going to make everything that our sign company needs.
Sure.
But then, you know, I've got free time too, and I like to use it making projects. And,
That's great.
And it really is interesting because it's such a sturdy machine. You know, I've made signs 20 feet long. And with routed letters, and it just never fails. Just time and time again, you warm it up, put your G code in, hit go, and just watch the magic happen.
That's great.
It's really phenomenal.
So you were mentioning again when you were looking for CNC, what was your decision making on choosing Legacy over all the other options that are out there? Because sign making is very, what we could say is a lot of CNC machines can do sign making.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So why did you decide on Legacy versus all the other options that are out there?
Well, and there's an entire line of CNC machines just for sign making.
Yeah.
And they're really detailed and precise in what they do, but that limits their capabilities. To take an STL file and make a 3D model out of it and engrave a door face or a sign front, you know, that's just not what those machines can do. So when I decided to spend money and to buy a CNC machine, I wanted to buy one that had those capabilities built into it.
Gotcha.
And that's why we've just been, you know, tickled to death to be a Legacy owner.
Awesome.
It's a great machine.
So are you doing just flat component signs, or are you also incorporating anything like turnings and columns and different things to build different types of signs as well?
Turnings and columns is a goal.
Not there yet, but we're getting there.
I'm not there yet, and you know, and because we just stay really busy.
Yes.
And so you have to build those things into design, and of course, you know, in today's economy, you know, people are pretty conscious about what they spend their money on. And so you design sometimes to budget, you design to taste, and sometimes you design the way you want it and try to sell it to them.
Yes.
And that's tough to do. But I would love to incorporate spindles and columns into signage because, you know, in outdoor engraved signs, that's part of that world. That's where those things came from.
Yeah.
And this machine is certainly capable of that, but we just spend so much time, you know, making other things that sometimes it's tough to get your wish list up on the table.
And that makes sense. Well, Steve, I appreciate your time today. It's awesome to learn a little bit more about what you're doing with the machine and future goals. Maybe in a little bit shorter time, a couple of years, we'll come back and see some of those goals met.
I would love that, but my rocking chair is going home with Mimi engraved on the front of it because, you know, Grandma's just the most important thing to the four grandkids, and so she's really going to be happy with it. So I made this for her.
I'm excited for you. That's awesome. You got to spend a little extra time doing something outside of the normal business every day, and again, expanding your woodworking applications. It's great.
Glad it came because otherwise I'd be home cutting grass or making signs.
Well, thank you again. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Appreciate your time.